you got to tip your hat to Jimbo. That football team was outstanding. And, when you see Cook up close, he's something. He's an exceptional tailback. I thought we did some things to help us a little bit in the throwing game, but then once again, it's hard to take away everything. And that tailback is exceptional. From an offensive standpoint, I didn't felt like we did enough to help them, although we had some opportunities. It was very difficult to keep anything sustained on the football field for a long period of time. Kicking game, without it, I thought the game might have got out of hand. I thought our kicking game was really, really good. I thought we did a nice job on that. Kickoff returns, punt returns, and I think it's a part of our game that we're getting better at. We really are, and it's going to carry over to us next year. With that, questions.
Brian? Coach, what have you learned from your team this year as a team as a whole, and what have you learned as a coaching staff?
I think as a team as a whole, I think we've got a room full of fighters. I think there's a goodwill about this football team, and I think they really want to be good. From a coaching standpoint, I think when you're in the ACC and you're playing with the upper echelon part of that conference, it reinforces exactly what I've always known, that you need big people to play this game. You need people who are exceptional athletes who really, really, really want to be fantastic football players. And I think we have a lot of that on this football team. And I think we need to go out and get a lot more.
Stephen, then Paul.
Any kind of update on Eric?
Yeah, I was going to say something in the openers about that. No update, and Zach most likely will be the starter.
Do you know when he's getting the second opinion?
I couldn't hear what you said.
Do you know when Eric is getting the second opinion?
I have not asked him, no.
Paul?
When Zaire went out this past week, there's a split at the linebacker between Troy Henderson and Andrew Armstrong. Is there any reason, why one player versus the other, and maybe what skill sets do they bring in?
Well, I just think that both of them deserves to play. Zaire plays so much, you're not quite sure what you have behind him. And one was an upperclassman, one was a younger, a freshman, and we just wanted to play both.
Coach, what are you expecting when you go down to Pittsburgh, playing from an NFL venue and a program that certainly experienced its own rough times and now kind of turning things around?
I think that you look at that program and the things that they've been able to do recently, and that's with two different head football coaches. But I think when you talk about Pitt, you have to start with that offensive line and the way they've been able to move people around and with their tailback Connor, their quarterbacks. But having the ability to run the football in the ACC is a big thing. And they pride with that offensive line. Then you turn it around with their defense. They're able to play, stop the run with 7-man fronts and put their secondary in a situation where they can be positive things can happen for them. And I think that's big. The key to any football game is being able to run the football and being able to stop the run on the other side. When you can do those things, you will always be consistent. You can write it down. It's never going to change. It's how the game is played.
Mark?
Coach, when you look back at the senior class, 3 head coaches in their tenure here, what chapter have they written on this program?
I think they've written the introduction. I really do. I think that this senior class and the way they went about their work and accepted our staff coming in and the changes that we started here, which are totally different than what was going on before. I think this program is trending up. I think with their start and the way they brought us in, that we're on a rise and we're going to be back to where we need to be. Now, again, we got to have patience because we're trying to build this thing to last so it never breaks down again. But I think they're the start of it. I really do. That's a fabulous question.
I had a couple of redshirt juniors honored on Senior Day, and Austin Wilson and John Burton. Both those guys said they won't be back next year. There are a handful more redshirt juniors: Sean Avant, Chauncey Sissom, Ulrich Perry, Corey Winfield, Jamar McGloster. Do you know which of those guys will be back next year and which won't?
Not at this time exactly. We got to wait for the season to end. We don't know when that's going to happen. Hopefully later, not sooner. And then I will sit down with the entire roster and have one-on-one meetings. So the answer to your question is no, but that's what's coming up.
How do you guys, when you look at redshirt juniors, guys who have a 5th year to use, how do you assess when it's worth it to bring a guy back and when it's worth it not?
That's all tied inside the program, and it's based off of a lot of factors.
Michael?
Coach, even with bowl eligibility out of the question, there's an outside shot you can get to a bowl game if you win 5 games. How does that change maybe your game plan or what you're planning on doing in Saturday's game?
You know, I think that it shouldn't change anything. So when we started this trek in November, everyone was talking about bowl games, and I'm right there with you. I think what we need to talk about is just winning a football game. And that's the most important thing right now, and to make sure that if we don't get another opportunity, that the last game that a lot of these seniors are going to play is on a winning note. 50% of all the people that play this game is going to end as a winner, and 50% are going to end as a loser. We're just trying to do our part, coaches, juniors, sophomore, and freshman class, to try to send the seniors out the right way. And if by chance we get another opportunity, so be it. But that's not what our priority is this week. Our priority is playing an entire football game and having a chance to win at the end against a very good opponent. When you look at our 12-game schedule, we've only been favored to win 1 game. And for us to have 3 wins out of that situation with 1 game left to play, I think is a testament to the seniors and the staff, and also that we're trending up, and this is going to be something that we're going to get done here, and that we're going to change, and this is going to be a winning football program once again.
Last question for Coach. Steve?
Kind of an interesting situation, potentially being able to make it with 5 wins. I don't know if you've gotten into it yet, but are you able to get like the guys up for that, to get excited to make a bowl of 5 and 7 after kind of playing for 6 and 6 the last few weeks?
I think the key thing is to try to win the game, because we have no control over what happens in that situation. My thing is get them up, let's play a football game the old-fashioned way. No scoreboard, no fans, Thanksgiving, out in the snow. You got your guys from your street, I'll get my guys from my street. Let's play a football game, and whoever wins, wins. But let's go out and have fun and compete. And I think if we do that, then whatever happens after that happens. But we just want to play a good football game. I'm going to take this last question up here. Go ahead.
Thanks, Coach. Has this been your most challenging year, and if so, what?
It's been my most challenging year. I think mainly because the process that we're doing it here, and making sure that everyone really understands how difficult this was. To go from an option-based team to what we're doing on offense, 100% turnaround. To go 360-degree turnaround. From our defense to what they were doing last year, 360-degree turnaround. And then from the personnel, I mean, you got a lot of guys not playing the position they were brought in here to play because they didn't fit the pegs, the round pegs and holes of what we were trying to do offensively and defensively. That doesn't mean they're no good. It just means they were brought here for another reason. And I really, really appreciate how they've been like an RED in the wind and tried to give us exactly what we're asking for. Now, as this process moves forward and they solidify themselves in their spots and we start to bring more personnel in to fit the criteria that we want offensively, defensively, and in the kicking game, I think it's only going to get better faster. It takes time. It really does. But second year, somewhere between game 4 and 6, okay? I know you guys will write it down, and bring it up. I think we'll be just fine. Okay? You guys have a great one.
Thanks, Coach. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right.